Hello, I'm Briney Rose, the Geordie Mermaid, and I've been reading a lot recently from T.S.Eliott's Old Possum's Book of Practical Cats, and today I'd like to read you another poem from that book. I am going to be reading some other poems and some other stories soon. A good human friend of mine has posted a few books to me, but I need to read through them and figure out what's suitable and what's not, and what I enjoy and what I don't. And then we'll see. I might have a bit more variety in the poems that I read or the stories that I read. I'm quite excited to find some new things to read to you, or maybe some different kind of videos to film. If you do have any ideas for different videos, do let me know, and like this video if you like it, click the button and subscribe to my Briney Rose YouTube channel. So today's poem is called Mr. Mistoffelees. You ought to know Mr. Mistoffelees, the original conjuring cat. There can be no doubt about that. Please listen to me and don't scoff. All his inventions are off his own bat. I'm going to start this over because I've messed that up. Mr. Mistoffelees. You ought to know Mr. Mistoffelees, the original conjuring cat. There can be no doubt about that. Please listen to me and don't scoff. All his inventions are off his own bat. There's no such cat in the metropolis. He holds all the patent monopolies for performing surprising illusions and creating eccentric confusions. At prestigiation and at legerdemain, he'll defy examination and deceive you again. The greatest magicians have something to learn from Mr. Mistoffelees' conjuring turn. Presto, away we go, and we all say, oh, well, I never. Was there ever a cat so clever as the magical Mr. Mistoffelees? He is quiet and small, he is black, from his ears to the tip of his tail. He can creep through the tiniest crack. He can walk on the narrowest rail. He can pick any card from a pack. He is equally cunning with dice. He is always deceiving you into believing that he's only hunting for mice. He can play any trick with a cork, or a spoon and a bit of fish paste. If you look for a knife or a fork, and you think it is merely misplaced, you've seen it one moment, and then it is gone. But you'll find it next week lying out on the lawn. And we all say, oh, well, I never. Was there ever a cat so clever as magical Mr. Mistoffelees? His manner is vague and aloof. You would think there was nobody shyer. But his voice has been heard on the roof when he was curled up by the fire. And he's sometimes been heard by the fire when he was about on the roof. At least we all heard somebody who purred, which is incontestable proof of his singular magical powers. And I have known the family to call him in from the garden for hours while he was asleep in the hall. And not long ago, this phenomenal cat produced 7 kittens right out of a hat. And we all said, oh, well, I never. Did you ever know a cat so clever as magical Mr. Mistoffelees? He sounds like a very entertaining cat. I hope you enjoyed the poem. I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.